Hello everyone, welcome back my channel.
Hollywood medium Tyler Henry reveals ominous predictions that proved accurate. Tyler Henry, known as the Hollywood medium, is reflecting on an eerily accurate premonition that he shared with Ricki Lake before her house burned to the ground. Last month, the 56-year-old actress's beloved Malibu home was destroyed in the Palisades fire. 3 months ahead of the disaster, Lake and her husband, Ross Birmingham, appeared on an October 2024 episode of Henry's Netflix show, Live from the Other Side, in which the 29-year-old celebrity psychic warned the couple that they would suffer a loss of material possessions due to fire and water. Days after the tragic event, Lake took to Instagram to credit Henry for his prediction, writing that he had called it. During an interview with Fox News Digital, Henry, who is headlining his An Evening of Hope and Healing tour, revealed that he had recently spoken to Lake. "Ricki and I have followed up since, and it's devastating for everybody involved," he said. In the Live from the Other Side episode, Henry told Lake and Birmingham there might end up being a coincidence where not only do we lose something, I'm trying to articulate this without it sounding concerning. I think this may have already happened. If there was a loss of material objects from both fire and water, though, that's the kind of weird distinction. Hollywood medium Tyler Henry reveals toughest celebrity reading, very disarming for us both. It's 2 separate things, he continued. So, we're going to end up finding that there's a story where there was a house fire or something along those lines, a fire risk. But they're separate from that. There was a house fire, Lake said. Watch, Hollywood medium Tyler Henry reflects on predicting destruction of Ricki Lake's home in LA fires, separate from that, Henry said. And this might end up being a little bit more pertinent. We had like a really bad storm and our basement flooded, and it got a bunch of pictures ruined, and we couldn't ever bring them back. There's just something about watching water seepage into a place it shouldn't and damaging things. So keeping both of those things in mind. But the fire already happened? Lake clarified. The fire already happened, Henry confirmed. But the kind of emphasis here is for some reason water. Fire and water. We got to watch it. While speaking with Fox News Digital, Henry shared his thoughts on his interpretation of his reading with Lake in hindsight. That was an example of not really understanding as a medium the full context of the message as it was coming through, he explained. So I was saying fire and water. And she had already previously dealt with the fire. And so we were kind of looking forward to the water, and it ended up happening again. And I actually followed up with her, and she'd acknowledged that before this fire occurred, a pipe had burst and water had flooded down over her bed shortly after she met with me, Henry continued. So I was like, the prophecy is fulfilled, right? She's had a fire in the past. She's got the water. Well, then this happened, and it was very much attributed as a prediction, even if it wasn't exactly that. But it definitely was tuning into events that occurred. Henry went on to praise Lake for her strength in the wake of the tragedy. Following the destruction of her property, Lake has mourned its loss on Instagram, sharing dozens of photos and videos of her home along with images of Birmingham, her dog, and friends, including Rosie O'Donnell at the house. The former talk show host previously revealed that her dream home was where she married Birmingham in January 2022, and the house took more than 7 years to build from the ground up. She vowed that she and Birmingham, who are currently staying at a friend's guest house, will not sell their land in Malibu and plan to create something else just as magical in the future. She has such a humble and resilient, altruistic approach, Henry said of Lake. And I was just so taken aback. I mean, this is something that she put her blood, sweat, and tears into her home. She went to so much effort to make hers and then to see that gone in an instant. I would not have been as strong as she was. She truly is so inspiring, he continued. And, she is focused on the future, which I think is really, at this point, all we can do. This experience widely has spoken to what we can control and what we can't. And these readings demonstrate, we can only really focus on what we can control and have to pray for the ability to discern the difference. Henry, who has previously said that he discovered his clairvoyant abilities at the age of 10, rose to fame when he met with Kim, Kourtney, and Khloe Kardashian for a reading on a 2015 episode of the mega-hit E! reality show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Henry's own E! reality show, Hollywood medium with Tyler Henry, premiered.